Welcome, daring detective, to the Blue Toad Murder Files. I will narrate to you a new episode and ask, can you solve the riddles of the past? Now then, how many players are there? Choose your Blue Toad detective. Welcome, weary traveler, to Little Riddle. From on high, you may see Little Riddle as the very epitome of tranquil tradition, the embodiment of the ethereal English ideal. It may appear thus, innocent wanderer, but tarry not. For in this supposed Eden, the serpent is ascendant, and deceit is its gift. Deceit and murder. Sheer chance brought agents of the renowned Blue Toad Agency to Little Riddle, giving the innocent hope and striking fear in the hearts of wrongdoers. 4 murders, the theft and attempted theft of 2 statues linked to the mystery, and a trail of seduction, misdirection, and deadly intent led the tenacious investigators to the local doctor. However, he has slipped the net, his Machiavellian maneuvers instead ensuring the incarceration of those innocents championing law and order in Little Riddle. What chance now for the forces of justice? Your long night in the small cell of Little Riddle's police station is at an end. Inspector Bragg awaits you as the constable escorts you from your cell.
Unfortunately, I can't keep you here any longer. I'd like to. I'd really rather have you locked up for all eternity. Instead, all I can do is say to you to pack up and get out of Little Riddle sharpish. Be sure to be gone by the time the last train leaves tonight. Otherwise, I really will lock you up and throw away the blasted key. Now get out of here, sharpish.
Highlight where the morning sun has already dried the streets as you trudge the short distance to the hotel. Just to add to your rather sour morning, the hotel manager is waiting to feed you bitter pills.
Back to cause more mayhem? Maybe brought some buckets of the stuff this time, yes? Going to do the walls as well? Destroying the carpets not enough for you?
With a heavy sense of impending doom, you ask what the unpleasant little man is going on about.
What am I? Oh, I see. Pleading ignorance. You know full well that you dragged muddy feet through your upgraded room and the corridor outside your door. Destroyed my nice new cream carpet. You either pay for the damage or you find out who actually did it. Until you reveal the culprit, you are not getting into your room.
With insults piling high atop injuries, you resign yourself to solving one more mystery. Perhaps the hotel register, packed as it is with scribbled side notes, can help you in your new task. The hotel owner recorded the names of everyone who had visited the hotel this morning. Can you work out what time each one visited? Let's find out how you did. Correct you are. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Well done. Please take this moment to look as smug as possible. Deciphering the scrawl of scribbled scratchings, you determine that 4 individuals have been at the hotel that morning, despite the early hour. The postman had a telegram for you. The baker was supposedly delivering bread, but he and the hotel chef were found wandering the corridors. The vicar was discovered doing much the same thing, though he claimed to be checking the place out before making a large booking. Deciding not to risk breakfast here at the hotel, you head off to speak to the suspects. That the Blue Toad Agency has been reduced to investigating housekeeping incidents rankles hugely as you contemplate the interviews ahead. Today, seemingly your last in the village, has not started too well. Far be it from me to add to your woes, but I do wonder, can you answer these questions? So you seem to have been mostly paying attention. Well, I'm only mostly happy with that. If you want to get into your room, you'll have to deduce who is responsible for the mud in the hotel. Get to it. You have 4 suspects to interview. There will be times when you have to pick from a number of... Picking your way carefully through the still damp churchyard, you soon find the vicar. He seems even more distracted than usual this morning. Oh, hello. Yes, quite. No one with you? No? Oh, good. That is good. Everything here is fine. Fine, you know. Glad you're here, really. You see, I was hoping you could help me decide where I need the rain I prayed for to fall. Dark forces of the unspeakable netherworld, you know, they do like one to be accurate. You decide to help the vicar once more, hoping to press home more pertinent questions once his guard is down. With Moses now gone, the vicar must trust Mother Nature to water the plants. Where must the clouds form if they are to meet the needs of each plant? Are you marvelous or moronic? Correct you are. Well done. You're finished. That was quick. You made that look easy. Not an error in sight. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. His lunatic dilemma solved, you tell the increasingly nervous vicar about your quest to find out who destroyed the hotel carpets. Mud? No, I don't think so. Where would I possibly get mud on my shoes? Ha 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 ha. Less mud. And I only went as far as reception, really. I mean, what else would I be doing there? An eyebrow raised archly and some sustained eye contact are all it takes to break the man. Oh gods, I can't. I'm so sorry. I just can't go on lying about it anymore. I awoke this morning to find that Moses had run away. I went looking for him, searched all around the church. It was all to no avail. I don't know what to do. He left only this note. It is as I feared. His son has returned and is up to no good. Moses asks something here. I don't understand. Don't let him get the other 2 statues, he says. Does that make any sense to you? The note confirms so much. 1 statue was stolen, and the doctor has it. Another is in the antique shop, though the doctor has tried to get that one too. The third, perhaps Lady Snobbish can help, if you can get to her. Your investigation requires a visit to the bakery to meet with the baker. However, when you arrive, you find an argument in full flow.
Oh, he is not.
He is! Scum! Running like a Frenchman he is! Scum!
He's not. You don't have to take this personal like.
Any right-thinking Englishman would do the same! Scum he is! Abandoning us like this! Coward! Scum!
Don't go on so. You know it's not like that.
How is it then? Hey? Hey? Scum, I tells you! Hey?
He's quite entitled and you know it.
Entitled? Entitled? Oh yes, entitled! And a fine mess we'd all be in if we was all entitled! We ain't! An Englishman has his duty! It's the law! The real law, proper and all! He ain't entitled! He's got responsibilities! Scum!
It takes a good few minutes of humming before the 2 combatants finally notice you standing there.
Oh, I am so sorry. Where are my manners? Welcome to my humble establishment. Say sorry, Winston.
Hello again, sorry about all that. Pardon my language and all. Hang on a minute. You can help us with that candle maker scam. You can do that investigating stuff. You could have a look at the rubbish he left us with.
The butcher and baker are discussing the candlestick maker. Can you solve their candle conundrum? Let's see how you did. That's the one. What? Finished already? No mistakes made too, you great big swat. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do.
See? I told you it was nothing to worry about. Oh, he does worry.
You take the opportunity to ask about the baker's visit to the hotel. Is there a chance he might have left a stain on the carpets when he went wandering this morning?
Oh, certainly not. I'm very particular about that sort of thing. People think dirty baker, dirty bakery, dirty sausage rolls. No, I only went looking for the chef. Silly man thought it was all very funny. Anyway, Winston, are you happy now? All sorted out with the candles?
Not the point, and you know it. He ran away, he did. Scum. Ran away on account of all this death and stuff. Scum. Abandoning us, he did. Scum!
It would seem the old homily is true, and that there really are some people you just can't help. The baker was very quick to emphasize the hotel chef. Justifiably? Whatever the case, it's time to move on. A part of you is disappointed at how clean the kitchens are in your hotel. Their cleanliness is at odds with the condition of the rooms, and also with the chef himself.
Hey, what you doing, huh? What do you want? Come on, I ain't got all day here.
Oddly mollified by the chef's brusque but honest demeanor, you ask about the morning, about the mud, and about him being out of the kitchen.
Oh, hey, I knows yous. You checking into all that bad stuff that's been happening. How do you like that? I got something yous can help me with.
Oh, even a seasoned professional like the chef can get confused on occasion. Can you help him sort out his mixed-up food labels? Eeny, meeny, miny. Splendid. Great Scott, that was fast. Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. My, aren't you terribly talented?
Hey, you done good. You done real good. How about that?
You draw the conversation back to the issue of the mud in the hotel. Something the chef is in the frame for.
Huh, how about that? The boss gotta blame me for that mud. Sheesh, what a schmuck. See, I heard him getting all bent out of shape about it. So I figure I gotta see what's getting done. Yeah, funniest damn thing I've seen in a long time, huh? Mud all over his damn rug. How do you like that? Huh? I'm still laughing when the baker guy finds me. Now he's all bent out of shape too, because I wasn't in the kitchen when he arrived. Big deal. We got it all sorted out, bada boom, he goes away happy. Say, we all done here? Been a blast. Don't be a stranger, but get out of here, okay?
Arriving in the village post office, you briefly wonder if the day is not some horrible ordeal set by forces on high to test your patience.
Watch out, not too close. Oh, nearly did myself an injury. What can I do for you?
You ask if he perchance attempted to deliver the telegram he holds for you directly to your room that morning.
What, me? In there? In that hotel? Oh, no, wouldn't. No time, you see. Ha! No, all very precise. It is my route. Now, where did I put that logbook thing? It was, just a sec. I thought, just a sec.
The postman wanders off to hunt for the logbook that you've already spotted is on the counter. The complex timings and routes will take some working out. The postman has described his daily route in the logbook. Can you use this to ascertain the way he travels?
So, at the beginning, I remember hearing, what was it now? Yes, it was clearly a... Meh. I heard... Meh. But then I almost got killed by a... What next? There's the evil... And then Mr... He's a very punctual... And make no mistake. Ha! Right, then I hear a... And then a... Meh. Again. No, first the... Meh. And then the... I know it's a... After that, because it almost made me fall off my bike. So, after that made me almost fall off my bike, there was even more evil. Then there was another. Followed by a... Meh. Followed by a... Then there was another. Right after a... Then I had another. Who's not as punctual as the first, and then I finished my route with a final... Meh. Unfortunately, before I get to the... Meh. I have to deal with another. I do know what I'm talking about, you know.
What will the ducks reveal? Spot on! My, weren't you in a hurry? And without a single error being made. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward. You've just finished with the logbook when the postman returns.
I couldn't find that. Hello? You're gone again. Don't do that. Gosh, really, I found the telegram, your telegram, and my logbook. You found it, sir. Madam, I mean. Or sir. Here, take this, and I'll get my reading glasses for the book.
You take the telegram and depart, leaving the postman to his new search. The brief missive is from Blue Toad. You read that Bragg's superiors have been in touch, demanding your withdrawal from the case. However, the agency expresses faith in your abilities. Your spirits suitably buoyed, you return to the investigation. There are no police on duty at Riddle Manor. When you confront her ladyship, the reception is as cold as expected.
How dare you? How very dare you? I shall have my butler call the inspector.
You cut her off right there, quickly and coldly, laying out the truths you now have in your armory. The doctor is a snobbish, and is likely hoping to be the next lord of the manor. He is pursuing 3 statues of Prometheus, including the one he has already had stolen from her ladyship.
I see. Very well. Won't you sit? I shall fetch some wine. I rather fear I could do with a glass.
With all that has happened in Little Riddle, it seems prudent to you to monitor the liberal libations the lady lavishes on you.
Yes.
Lady Snobbish returns with a jug full of wine and pours herself a glass. Can you, just with your deductive skills, figure out how much wine the glass is holding?
Good day.
Let's see how you did. Correct you are. Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split, with nary a hiccup. Well done. Look around you and be comforted. You are better than they. The excellent wine steadies Lady Snobbish as she begins her tale.
I had feared as much when the statue was not returned. I had not known about the doctor, though now you mention it, I do see the resemblance. Some generations ago, the Lord of the Manor was something of an inventor. Malachi, that was his name. It was through his mechanical marvels that he earned our fortune, and he was even granted an hereditary peerage. However, in the final years of his life, when he wasn't morbidly designing his own crypt of all things, he was working on his most fantastic invention yet. Something so astounding, so advanced, that he declared the world wasn't ready for it. He was so determined that no one should unearth his last creation that he hid it away somewhere. He said the 3 Prometheus statues were the key to the key, whatever that meant. I'm afraid his mind was going towards the end, and no one really believed him. Perhaps the doctor has discovered some truth to it all. Ghastly business. Now, I shall have to arrange an alternative physician. What a terrible bore.
You leave Lady Snobbish to make her arrangements. If it were not for the deadlines hanging over you, her information would be most helpful. As it is, you still have the stain to deal with. Enough is enough. With all that's going on, the hotel manager's ridiculous concerns are getting in the way. You march up to the man and demand access to your room.
Yes, never mind that. This is actually important. Look here. In the absence of any help from you, I've been doing a little detective work myself. No real trick to it. I was just explaining my findings to the constable here.
I really should be...
Here's what I found. Listen, you might learn something.
Oh, for goodness sake. One hopes he is joking. The hotel owner has devised an elaborate experiment to analyze the muddy footprints. Can you take control and make the bacteria disappear?
Ooh.
Are you correct? Let's see. That's the one. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Well done. Please take this moment to look as smug as possible.
So, that's what I've discovered. Holmes himself favoured the scientific method, and I think you'll agree I've nicely championed his cause. Right, fine. You can't come in. Tell me the real culprit, or you can swing in the wind for all I care. Good day.
You head outside, not quite knowing what to do now. The constable catches you up.
Hey, wait for me! Oh, I'm sorry, but the inspector wanted me to watch out for you and to ask what you've been doing. Sorry about that.
With a sigh, you make a start. Before long, the constable is sitting in rapt attention as you regale him with your adventures. Laying it on a bit thick, you tell him that your gallant quest for justice has, sadly, come to an end.
No, you can't leave now. We've got to see this through. I'll help you. That is, if you don't mind. We need to find these statues. So, what do you think?
What indeed? What else but tally-ho! A new companion and renewed purpose. You'll show Inspector Bragg never to doubt a blue-toed detective. The constable has joined you on your investigation, encouraging you to solve the mystery behind the statues. Before you begin, however, I want to see if you can answer my questions. Two of the statues were found at the doctor's and the antique shop. Maybe the colonel learnt of the third? Let us see if you can find them all. Even with the constable doing his best, the approach to the antique shop owner does not get off to the most auspicious start.
You most certainly are not taking it anywhere. It's not for sale. I'm rather fond of it.
But this is for a most important police investigation. There's been murder and everything. Please, can we borrow it? Pretty please?
Realizing this is going nowhere, you're about to intervene when the statue's guardian turns to you.
I recognise you. You better. You helped me before after some rapscallion tried to, nothing. If you want to assist me with this little matter, I'll let you borrow the statue. But I want it returned intact first thing tomorrow.
You indulge the self-serving antiques purveyor. The antique shop owner is a very fussy person, and as such he needs his belongings arranged in a very particular way. Can you place the flower vases according to his rules? did you do? That's the ticket. You're finished. That was quick. You made that look easy, not an error in sight. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. That done, you seek your just reward.
So simple. Too simple, in fact. I shall be keeping my statue. Take it. Bring it back tomorrow morning.
That was well done. I didn't think we were going to get that. Pass it here a moment, will you?
Sitting on a nearby park bench, the constable pokes and prods at the statue. You're about to offer to help when he turns one of the legs. 2 tiles and a piece of paper fall out.
Oh, I hope that was supposed to happen. We'd best take this along and look at it later. We don't want that antiques chap saying we broke his prize statue.
You're tempted to point out that we didn't break anything. However, he is correct. This is neither the time nor the place. It is rare that you find yourself returning to the scene of your own crime. Breaking and entering has become something of a habit for you in Little Riddle.
Gosh, there's a lot to go through and no mistake. I suppose we'd better split up and see if we can find this missing statue. There must be some organisation to all this.
Looking at the precarious piles of papers and research materials, you're not sure that organisation was something Bert the Blag knew of. Still, one never knows. You found a notebook with relevant information about the resting place of the 3rd statue. Can you decipher what the Colonel was trying to say? What will the ducks reveal? Huzzah! What, finished already? No mistakes made too, you great big swat! You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. It seems from what you've uncovered that the con-man Colonel didn't know anything about the treasure, but did know about the statue.
Look here! He doesn't know what's so important about it, but he mentions in his notebook about the village green. Says something needs unearthing there.
It seems the 3rd statue is interred on the village green. Perhaps further perusal of the notebook while on the green sward itself may be revealing. With the ever-enthused constable leading the way, you press on. At the doctor's house, the constable certainly seems to be getting into the spirit of the occasion.
We don't have a warrant for this.
So I'll catch it hot if we get rumbled. I'll wait outside with your dog.
He can bark if anyone comes, right? I can always step in and arrest you if the doctor comes, so it'll be all right.
Yes, how terribly reassuring. The doctor is not a believer in clean living, it seems. With the very room itself seeming to be a puzzle, it takes a while for you to find and focus on the real challenge. Amongst the mess, you'll find a few sentences, some of which form part of a poem. Can you use the information to work out which lines these are? And your result is correct. Great Scott, that was fast. Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. My, aren't you terribly talented? So, the statue contained 3 items of importance. 2 tiles and a small slip of paper, which reads, "Until Judgment Day and the trumpets sound on that clarion call." It seems you'll need to pocket your discoveries and contemplate them later.
Sorry about that. He saw a squirrel. Was it there? Did you get what we needed?
You confirm that the incriminating evidence was there, but the constable rather deflates the euphoria.
So, we know he's guilty. That's great. Of course, we can't use that evidence, seeing as how you broke in and all, but we know we're on the right track. Let's get going now, I suppose. Where next?
On with the hunt! The village green looks awfully large in the fading light of day. Time is marching on, something of which your constabulary companion is keenly conscious.
It'd take us days to dig up all of this. We don't have that sort of time. The inspector would find out too, and then we'd catch it hot and no mistake. You're supposed to be on a train soon. What are we gonna do?
As the constable's confidence collapses, you clutch closely the counterfeit colonel's copious copy. Perhaps in there you will find a clue to expedite your excavations. You realize that finding a small statue in the massive village green is no trivial chore, and that the map in the colonel's notebook might help you with this task. Where is the statue buried? And your result is... Huzzah! My, weren't you in a hurry? And without a single error being made. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward. with the notebook pointing the way to the snobbish arch. Watson quickly unearths the statue. However, the news is not all good.
Well, at least we got a bit of the poem and the tiles. They're made of something different from the rest. The old duffer who came up with all of this must have expected it to be solved sooner. So, what does the poem say? Assuming that we've got it all now.
You have indeed recovered the entire snobbish poem, and this is how it goes. Though the guards be asleep, the treasure they keep, until Judgment Day and the trumpet sound. On that clarion call, sacred sleepers wake all. From 'neath Prometheus, they are unbound. With all you know of the ancestor who constructed this cryptic conundrum, the answer is simple enough. So simple, even the constable has guessed.
The snobbish crypt! The treasure is in the snobbish crypt!
As the day turns to evening, all leads now point to the crypt. But have you been paying attention? Let's see if you can answer these. Either you are the reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes, or these questions are too easy. Wonderful work, either way you look at it. Time draws short if you are not only to solve this mystery, but also make it in time to catch the last train. Onward to your destiny! Through the cloying mists and grasping mud of a sepulchral night, you creep ever closer to your goal. The snobbish crypt! Soaked by grey mist and graveyard mud, your weary steps nearly faltering, you gasp as the ominous tomb looms through the encroaching darkness.
Cool. Big, isn't it?
Yes, it's big. The constable is quickly on the case, trampling through the mud to study the front of the crypt.
Over here! I think the tiles fit here!
The constable is correct. However, another puzzle stands between you and the treasure. You have arrived at the crypt with the 6 stones you believe you need to gain access. Can you figure out the correct way to place them on the crypt's door? intellect, or idiocy? Ah, spot on! Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split, with nary a hiccup. Well done. Look around you and be comforted. You are better than they.
Right, never mind all that. What about my carpet?
Having opened the crypt, all thoughts of entering it are temporarily lost in the earnest battle not to both shriek with fright and throttle the single-minded hotel manager. He takes full advantage of the moment.
So, trying to dodge your duties, I see? I caught you just in time.
We're not dodging anything. This is part of a very serious investigation. And I should have you for assaulting an officer of the law.
Oh, don't be so wet. And you, what about my carpet? Do you know who did the damage yet? I'm not leaving this spot until you've told me everything. My hotel's reputation is at stake along with my income. If the hotel inspector had seen that mess, we'd have lost a star. You might not care, but I do. So out with it. Who left that stain?
The valiant constable is about to intercede when you assure him that all is in order. You tell the hotel manager that you in fact know exactly who soiled his carpets.
This had better be good.
From the scribbled notes on the hotel register for that morning, you were able to ascertain that there were 4 possible suspects. The postman had come to the hotel. Nothing unusual in that, except he claimed he had a telegram for you. An excuse if caught searching your room, perhaps? The baker was supposedly delivering bread. Quick to shift the blame, he claimed the chef had not been in the kitchens and that he had gone looking for him. Another excuse, perhaps, to further his own agenda? The vicar claimed he only ventured into the hotel reception, and there was no way he could have got mud on his shoes. Is he telling the truth? The hotel chef was also found wandering the corridors. He was certainly outside of his normal workplace, but did he have reason to be? 4 out-of-place people, one of whom had it in for the hotel carpets. But who? Can you deduce the culprit and prove yourself worthy of your role as a blue-toed detective? Player 1, you get to choose first. In fact, this little mystery was solved before lunch by simple observation. The carpet murderer was, in fact, the vicar! The poor, distracted man went looking all around the church in search of Moses. Surely he would have trampled through the graveyard's mud before looking for you at the hotel. The vicar was distraught at losing Moses and clearly wasn't paying attention to the thick mud on his shoes picked up in the graveyard, much as everyone now present at the tomb has done. Lastly, you spotted the vicar's muddy shoes at the church when you visited him there a little before lunch.
Right, that'll do. I'm honestly most grateful for your help, but I really have better things to do than get bored by your explanations. I'm going to leave you to your nonsense while I get down to some real work and chat with our vicar about what he's going to do about my carpet.
We'll have to have a chat later about this Moses business. I don't know how you're going to explain that to the inspector. Now, shall I go first?
You follow the constable into the crypt and down the dark steps. You used your talents to select the correct suspect. Many congratulations on a job well done. It's a sight that takes the breath away. The fire of Prometheus, the ruby treasure left by Malachi Snobbish. The constable moves forwards and, standing atop one of the sarcophagi, lifts the gem gingerly from the hands of the huge statue.
Cool, it ain't half heavy. We'd better...
Stay where you are. I'm a crack shot, as my father found out to his cost. Bring me the ruby.
The doctor takes the ruby from the constable, then backs up the stairs. However, before he leaves, he cannot resist the opportunity to gloat.
Well, payday at last. And seeing as how you all worked so hard to find this place for me, I don't see why you can't enjoy it a little bit longer. Au revoir, my little blue-toed annoyances.
We're trapped! What do we do now?
What indeed? Has the dastardly doctor won a final victory over the gallant investigators? Are you sealed forever in the terrible tomb by the medical monster? As only the hotel manager knows where you are, any hope of rescue must surely be in vain. Will the Blue Toad Agency file on Little Riddle remain open forever, ignominiously stamped unsolved? Or will you return to finally free this place from evil? Find out when you return one last time in The Flight of the Felonious Fugitive. So, how well did you do in that episode? Player 1. Fantastic